WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday. It was definitely a noisy start to the day. We did have showers, storms move in, some of which were slightly on the stronger side, definitely noisy, as I just mentioned. But we are done with the severe weather for today. We're done with the rain, period. And we're actually looking at some better weather on the way, at least for a short period of time. This is a live look here from one of our First Alert sky cams from the Market Max in Macomb. There definitely is still some cloud cover overhead, but throughout the rest of this afternoon and into this evening, we'll start to see clouds move out and skies will begin to clear out over the next couple of hours. Temperatures right now are sitting in the there we go, in the 70s. We do have a little bit of a breeze out of the west at 8 miles an hour, but overall, we're sitting a little bit cooler than we have been over the past couple of days, all because of that front that moved in earlier with those showers as well. And we're going to stay relatively quiet for the rest of today. Here's a live look at satellite and radar. As you can tell, that system has shifted further off to the east, now moving into Georgia, the panhandle of Florida, into the Carolinas. So there is still that chance that there could be some stronger storms out that way, but no need to worry about that for us here at home. We're actually going to stay relatively quiet tonight and into tomorrow. We're actually looking at some very nice conditions, more sunshine coming our way, a little bit cooler in the morning, but eventually we will make our way into the 70s and low 80s by tomorrow afternoon. And if you're planning to head out to the polls, great weather for heading out to the polls. If you do have to wait in line, you won't need the rain gear by any means. And we're going to stay relatively quiet through much of your Tuesday. Now, we turn our attention to the middle of this week, which there are still some question marks when it comes to the forecast. Actually, just updated for us. This is our most up-to-date SPC or Storm Prediction Center outlook for what we could expect on Wednesday. We do have a marginal risk level 1 out of 5 in places for areas mainly along the I-20 corridor, and then a slight risk level 2 out of 5 for areas in the lower Delta and our far most northern counties in the viewing area. However, there is still a lot of question marks just in consideration with what we're seeing with some of our high resolution models that are now starting to come into play with what we're expecting for the middle and end of this week. So here is just one of our model runs that is a high resolution model, our in-house model, showing us what could play out for the second half of this week. So we could see a few isolated showers earlier on in the day, Wednesday. Doesn't look to be severe by any means. And then as we head throughout the day, we stay actually relatively quiet. And then by around 5 o'clock Wednesday evening, that system that's further off to the north and west is what we're going to keep a close eye on. As you can tell near the Greenville area, it looks like some of those showers and storms try to trickle into our area throughout the Wednesday evening time frame, but it looks to really stay further off to the north. That's actually where most of the energy is going to be as we continue into Wednesday night. And it honestly looks to stick around there even heading into Thursday. Now, there is a chance that we may see a few isolated showers Thursday into the middle portion of the day, but overall, it looks like this is going to stay further off to the north, at least Wednesday and Thursday. So that is some good news when it comes to that potential for stronger storms. I think that they're being a little bit more on the cautious side, putting some of us under that marginal and slight risk. That's not to say to let your guards down, but models have been trending, at least recently, that this is going to stay further off to the north and west into areas near Memphis and in Arkansas. But again, we all have to take this with a grain of salt. Things can change in the matter of the next couple of hours when we get our new model runs in. So, but this is just what we've been seeing recently when it comes to the weather for this upcoming the middle portion of the week. So just want to talk a little bit about tornado energy. Don't want to scare you. This is just showing what's going on as we head into the middle of this week. Now, as you can tell, there's definitely energy there, and it's in the middle part of that scale. However, not necessarily lining up with where storms are expected to be by this time on Wednesday. Most of those stuff is going to be further off to the north. So while we still have energy there, not necessarily lining up with the time frame for when we're expecting the potential for some of these showers and storms for the middle of this week. Same thing goes for Wednesday. Yes, we do still have, so Thursday, we do still have some energy there, but again, not necessarily lining up with the placement of where these showers and storms linger further off to the north. So again, we take this all with a grain of salt. Just want to show you all the scenarios and then just kind of telling you what I think is more than likely going to happen. As of right now, I think it's going to be more so that we see things further off to the north, but that's not to say we could still see some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms try to trickle in, especially for areas further off to the north. And then as we head into the weekend, there may be some energy there, but it's not looking too impressive. This is kind of what we see this time of year. We are in the midst of spring severe weather season. So while we may be dealing with showers and storms, they may not necessarily match up. There's just that energy that's there because it is that time of year. Then we look into this weekend. Unfortunately, I have to tell you all that it does look like we are expecting another round of showers and storms. Severe threat, can't necessarily say that there is going to be one, but as of right now, it does look like Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening will be our next best chance to see more widespread showers and storms with a cold front that moves in Saturday into the evening hours. So here's what it's looking like towards the end of this week. Again, there's that system that I was talking about on Thursday, still looks to hang out further off to the north. We may start to see it try to move into our area on Friday, but it doesn't look to be severe by Friday, at least at this point in time. And then as you can see further off to the west, that's that front that's starting to move in later on Saturday night and into early Sunday morning, clears out by the end of Sunday. And then we're left with quiet weather for the beginning of next week. So it actually looks relatively nice next week in terms of a dry pattern setting up. However, I will tell you, you might need a light jacket next week because we are expecting temperatures in the mid 60s for afternoon highs, temperatures in the mornings in the mid 40s. So this is a little bit like a late season cold air mass that sets in, but again, not going to be dropping our temperatures dramatically in terms of, we're going to be in the 50s and the 30s are returning for us, at least right now. It doesn't look like that, but just maybe a little bit cooler than what we're expecting, especially this week, considering we are looking at highs in the middle and upper 80s. But for right now, definitely going to soak in this quiet weather. A little bit cloudy around central and southwest Mississippi. This is a live look here from our First Alert Skycam network. Definitely out near Mendenhall, our bottom right a camera there. You can definitely see the flag waving a little bit in the distance. You can expect a little bit of a breeze throughout the rest of today and tomorrow. But overall, not looking too bad for the beginning of this week. I know this morning was a little bit of a different story, but at least we'll get a little bit of a break from the rain. May see some showers and storms Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday, but it definitely looks more so Saturday evening into early Sunday that we'll see more widespread chances for some showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms. So that is all I have for you today. I'll be on again later on at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5:30 on Fox, and the 6 o'clock, giving you more updates on what we can expect for the rest of this week and into this weekend. So until then, have a great rest of your Monday.